So in this video I'm going to talk about Yoni Steaming, which is a blend of organic herbs and flowers, some of them handpicked by myself, and Silent Moon elixirs to steam your yoni. And I'm also going to tell you how to do it and how to benefit from it. So today I'm going to talk about the taboo subject of Yoni steaming, and you might not even know what Yoni steaming is, but Yoni is a Sanskrit word for womb, and basically it's like a facial for the womb. And we're going to be doing a video later on to show you how to do it, how to do the practical side of it, but I just want to talk a little bit about what it's all about and why we have to do it and why it's important. And I say have to because I think it's quite a vital part of ladies' health. And it changed my life. I've done it with my daughters. I've taught my daughters how to do it. And it's a really good way of cleansing the yoni, cleansing the womb. So firstly, Silent Moon, I personally am Silent Moon Imaginarium, this is me, and I create my own Yoni Steams to sell to the public. And there's something specific really about those because I spent a lot of time using different Yoni Steams and found my connection to my own womb and looking at really committing myself to my own ritual, my own practice of Yoni steaming. Sometimes the actual mix of the flowers wasn't right for me. Sometimes some of the flowers were too harsh for me. Some of them were too astringent. Some of them were, there just wasn't always the right balance. And it's not about, Yoni steaming isn't about just getting a load of flowers and throwing them in a bucket, putting some hot water on them and then steaming your vagina. What it's about is, and your womb, it's about getting that combination that's right for you. So the Silent Moon blend is something that is quite soft and nurturing, and it's what I needed, and I felt it was what my girls needed as well. So I'm quite heavy on the roses, I'm quite heavy on the lavender. You can see my ingredients if you go to silent-moon.co.uk under the Yoni Steams under additional offerings. You can see it there, and there's quite a long list of different organic flowers, a lot of them hand blended by me, some of them grown by me where I can. And the real reason why I wanted to create this particular blend, like I say, is because there was a gentleness to it, there was a softness to it, and roses are very, very good at bringing that nurturing sensation. I use rose elixir, I create rose elixir, and it's all about the heart space and it's all about openness, and it does a similar thing with the steam. It opens, it's relaxing, it's just really, really beneficial to the womb space for me. If that's something that resonates with you, that nurturing and that softness, and that's what it is that you need at this point in your journey, then the Silent Moon Yoni Steaming Moon Ritual is for you. So a little bit more about it. It's a really wonderful way to relax you. It's if you think about what the womb does, the connection that we have with the womb, many of us have spent our lives just turning away from that space, and that's where we hold our creative energy, not only by producing children, but we also create from that space, whether it's your business, whether it's a creative activity, whether you're an artist, a writer, whatever you are, believe it or not, it comes from that space, it comes from that sacral, it comes from that openness. It's a really important thing to do, is to make the yoni, to make the womb your friend, to create a relationship with this space. And quite a lot of the time we turn ourselves away from this space because it's embarrassing, because we shouldn't be talking about it, or whatever the situation. And it's really good to connect with this space through meditation, and that's what Yoni steaming is. It's a sacred practice. It's something that you give your time to, it's something that you commit to, and if it's done on a regular basis, it's very, very good at helping different dis-eases within that area of the body. And I'm going to read to you just a few benefits that it has, and this comes from my website, silent-moon.co.uk. So the benefits are, there's a long list, so I'm going to read them all out. It reduces pain and bloating, so it's really good if you suffer from PMT, it's really good if you suffer from menstrual pain. It brings a lighter period and colour and flow. So you would have to do a few Yoni steams for that to occur, but I can guarantee that something shifts after just doing one. But to have that regularly, to reduce that pain, to reduce those feelings of bloatedness, it would have to be done on a regular basis. Naturally regulates your moon time, your period time, your menstruation time. So by relaxing the womb, by relaxing that space, it allows the blood to flow, and it allows you to function better in that area. So it's like meditation. The same thing happens when you relax the mind, relaxing the womb, same thing. Help support when suffering from any of the following: ovarian cysts, a weakness in the uterus, and endometriosis. Assists with repair of scar tissue. Helps yeast infections, so things like thrush and any discoloration that may be occurring. Relieves menopausal symptoms. Wonderful for detoxing effects. Released stored emotions. Now this is a really big one. When you do a Yoni Steam, you may find, and after the Yoni Steam you must take up to half an hour to an hour of relaxation, which I'll talk about later, but it does release quite a lot of emotions, so you need to be prepared that you've got a well-held space for that, whether you're good at holding your own space or you've got a partner who holds that space for you. Just make sure that you give yourself that time to really nurture your emotions throughout this, because a lot can come up from that area of the body. Deep relaxation and meditative experience, that's a hard one to say. Deeper connection and understanding of yourself, because you're connecting with your womb space, obviously. And harmonizes and balances all aspects of the being. So I also want to just say that when I create the elixirs and when I create the Yoni Steams, I also work with the moon and the moon cycle. So I do add to this particular Yoni Steam Maiden, Mother, Crone, which is the 3 aspects of Woman Trilogy, which is a blend of willow, oak, and 3 different blossoms, and the elixir is put into the Silent Moon Yoni Steam, so that you can actually get the benefits of Maiden, Mother, Crone, as well as getting the benefits of the actual Yoni Steam itself. So if you have had Maiden, Mother, Crone, or if you've had my elixirs before, you'll know how powerful that they really are. So they're also in there, so it makes them extra strong. It makes it extra powerful, the Yoni Steam. So one of the main questions that people ask is, well, how do I do it? How do I Yoni Steam? So I'm going to explain to you how that's done. Before you begin anything, you will create a space. You will create your sacred space. You will turn your phone off. You will make sure that there's nobody around you to interrupt you. You will create a space that's right for you. So whether that's a beautiful candlelit space or whatever you do to create that place of relaxation for you. An ideal meditative place. You're going to take the flowers that I've prepared for you, and you're going to place them in 2 litres of water, and you're going to boil them for approximately 15 minutes, and then leave them to cool. Okay, the other option is that you can pour 2 litres of water on top of the flowers and use them straight away, but that's a less potent effect. So the way I would say to do it best is to get a pan and use a specific pan. So it's not something that you use to cook something garlicky or your favourite pasta sauce or curry. Use a specific pan for the flowers. 2 litres of water, boil them for 10 to 15 minutes. Keep topping the water up, obviously, if it keeps dropping, which it will. So when you've boiled the water for 15 minutes, you take it off the hob and you pop it into a bucket, and again use a bucket that you use specifically for Yoni steaming. If you have a commode, you can use a commode. If you've randomly got a commode hanging around, you can use a commode, because then you've got a seat to sit on, which is extra comfortable. But I use a bucket because I'm okay with a bucket and I'm quite flexible. So you would then put it into the bucket, and then This is where your intuition comes in and the skin test, because you've got to be able to know exactly how hot you can take the water in the vaginal area, because obviously when you put this water, this steam between your legs, you're going to feel it, and it's going to be quite powerful. So everybody can take temperature very, very differently. So I tend to leave it to cool down for approximately 5 to 7 minutes. Some people might need to leave it for up to 15 minutes, but you must make sure that the water is still steaming. So then you will take off your bottom layer, go to the space with your bucket, take off your bottom layer, keep your top layer on because you can get very cold, and then wrap a towel or wrap a blanket or something that will keep the warmth in around your waist, okay? And then you will need something in front of you to lie the body on. So I do it over my bed. So take the bucket, place the bucket in between your legs, and either squat or place your knees on the floor, on pillows or cushions underneath your knees, and then lean over the bed. Lean over the bed and make sure the towel is around the bucket so the steam comes up and into the yoni. Now, if you've ever done facial steaming, you know that you put a towel over your head. It's very, very similar to that. As long as you keep the steam in until it's finished, and you'll know when your time is up, because it takes about 20 to 30 minutes, and also the steam will stop. You can get some cramping, that's normal. You can get some discharge, that is also normal. In fact, I find that is great if that happens, because it means that the yoni is actually working with the steam, and it could take quite a few steams to actually get that effect, but it is a positive thing. So then afterwards, when you're finished, you take just move the herbs out of the way, move the herbs and flowers out of the way, and you will take this time to lie down. You'll take half an hour to 1 hour to actually lie down or sleep. Now I actually sleep. Don't put any music on, don't do anything, just have that space of silence and stillness, because it's probably something that you don't get very often. Again, make sure nobody's around, and if there are people around, please ask them to hold that space for you and stay away, because you need that time and space afterwards. It's important that you do this on a day where you've got nothing going on, so afterwards, for the rest of the day, you've got that space of relaxation once you get up after the hour. Once you've completed the whole yoni steam, then you can take the herbs, and if it feels right for you, you can place them back onto the land, which is always a nice thing to do, or you can just put them down the toilet and flush the toilet. But I always say it's quite nice to take them to the land and just put them on your garden and let them go back to Mother Earth and say an intention or say a prayer once you've finished. And then, of course, I did create a wonderful oil called Red Tent, which I created specifically for the relaxation period during the yoni steam. And this is something, again, that I created with my children, which is a really great healing product that allows your womb area to relax during that time. So the Yoni Steams, the Silent Moon Yoni Steams, are available at silent-moon.co.uk under additional offerings, and you can purchase them on their own, or you can purchase them if you want a little bit more support with a consultation too. And the Red Tent is also there, and you can also get the two of them together, the Yoni Steam and the Red Tent, silent-moon.co.uk under additional offerings. Thank you for watching, and I hope this supports your connection with your womb, your creative energy, and it inspires you to move forward.